Nagas by birthright and by inheritance. No matter who says we don't exist, no matter who says the remnant don't exist, the remnant is washed up. None of that matters no more. It's all about your belief. That's a doctrine, and that's Christianity. Not just Christianity, that's all these religions. The Muslims don't care about the seed of Hawa. They care about being Muslim. They care about Muhammad. They care about their Allah, their power. The Christians don't care about the seed of Israel. They think they're spiritual Israel. They think the blood of JC is going to save them, not the Creator. All these other cultures, they're all in on it. They're all a part of the slavery, of the genocide, of the mutilization, the annihilation of the Negro, the annihilation of the children of Israel. We ain't doing it for you. We're doing this for Hawa. And knowing that Hawa loves his children. We're doing it for the children. And I'm here to tell you that the children exist. That ain't no white man came over to America and mixed out the children to oblivion. Did not Hawa make a promise for the seed to continue? And you want to kick the seed over and hope and wish that the seed is washed up and washed out, that the seed don't exist no more, so you could be spiritual Israel, right? Yeah, we got more Christians than we think around us. More hijacks than we know are around us. None of them want to see us prosper. They want to hang on, they want to cleave, they want to copy. They have no originality. Yet, we're washed up, we're washed out. They're the new Israel. They're the new Hasharah because they believe in the doctrine. They believe that by keeping the code, they're going to replace an entire heritage that's been promised to be forever and ever and evermore. We didn't teach you to keep the code to replace us. We taught you to keep the code to save yourselves and save your family. Not to be the new us. Oh, we ain't Israel enough for you? You think the white man washed us out? You think the white man intercepted every Naga seed, true Naga seed? Is that what Hawa said? Where do you get that doctrine from? Where do you get that rationale from? Is it something that's on the innermost parts of you? That's a covetous heart, and you are not a code-keeper. Because a true code-keeper would never let something like that come out their mouth. A true code-keeper would never let that brew in their heart bone that the seed is no more, that the seed is all washed out, washed up, and it doesn't matter no more. When does it not matter to be the seed of Hawa? Our seed exists. And whatever lacking within our seed we have, that ain't nothing but a snap for Hawa to bring us back 100% full power in the fold, in the flow, and sprout up from the soil of Amma return. You never count us out. You never count the seed of Israel out. Do the Moabites say that the seed of Moab is no more? Or do they claim and bang for their tribe? If the Moabite seed is fully active, the Managa sows the seed of Hawakwa, Jacob, fully active. Sows the seed of Abraham, fully active. We are here. So let's do some beautiful study. Let's dig on some words that can bring clarity, not for the hijack, because you're not going to change that covetous heart. That's who you are. We washed out to you, then step aside and watch us work. We ain't got to prove ourselves to you, Hijack City. The proof is in the script. And I dare you to find someone else, another tribe that matches up with this script than the so-called Negro, and a specific tribe of Negroes right here in America and scattered all across the earth plane. I do it for you, because they trying to say you don't exist no more. They're trying to say you've been mixed out. They're trying to say you've been washed out. Is that what Hawaii say? I don't think so. So where does that doctrine come from? From the bowels of Hijack City. And that's why we pop it up. Allah, Wah, Dawada, Shalom to the tribe. Let's get it going. Please, Managa, just, get your weapon out. And go along with me, rock along with me. And let's surf the wave like we've never surfed the wave before. We're digging on the remnant of Hawaii. And in doing this, we're going to make a fine and clean and clear distinction between the seed of Hawaii and those that are outside of the house of Israel that are finally deciding to listen, finally deciding to hearken, and finally deciding to keep the code. Not so that they replace Israel and become spiritual Israel, but because it's the right thing and because they require salvation. When has salvation not been enough for you, Gentile? Or you are in, social media world, right? You want to surf the wave. You want to be one with these cons. You're witnessing us popping off. You've been witnessing us popping off the balcony. Don't let your heart become covetous to where you want to be us. But protect your house by being in code with the Creator and lift up the seed as much as you can, whenever you can, with ahab, with prayer, with positive energy, vibration. You want to be us, don't do nothing for us. It does everything for you in your mind to replace us. What does that do for us? What does it do for the remnant that you want to be us? Gentile, I'm talking to you, and then I'm going to push you back to the back of the class. You can be here, but this ain't for you. I'm doing it for the remnant of Hashanah, the Creator's seed, the Creator's children. What does it do for you to want to be us? But walk you. Allah created you from whatever tribe you from. If you're not the tribe of Israel, what does it do for the tribe of Israel that you want to be the tribe of Israel? But you didn't want to be us when we were getting punished and judged. But you see us popping off, it feels good to you, so now you want to be us conveniently. You don't think Hawa sees that? Hawa didn't see your people jump in front of no bullets for us, fire hoses for us, get on them slave ships for us, from America. Nah, you didn't want this work. You despised us. Your ancestors despised us just because it's us. They enjoyed seeing us fall because they did not enjoy us being the head and not the tail. Don't think we believe that you enjoyed us being the head. You enjoyed us being the tail. Because us being the tail gave all you hijacks a brand new start. Everybody benefited from the fall of the remnant. You got to claim us. You got to claim America. You got to claim Mexico, Guatemala, wherever, man. You got to claim all of Latin America. You got to claim all these titles. And now you want to be us. You see, you got to come up off them titles. Because the world of vanity is no more. The world of the illusion is no more. The world of the bull crap is no more. Get out your feelings. Remove your covetous heart. I got to give it to you, square on this one, y'all. Because I'm tired of it. And I know my noggins is tired of it. I'm doing this for my tribe, my remnant. Not for the numbers, not for the looks, not for no praise, but so that my noggins, these so-called Negro people, especially in America, know that they exist, that they're not washed up, that they're not mixed out. They've been told all their lives that, oh, you black, but, you're just a mixed out African. You're Indian, maybe, but so are all these other people. They're natives too. Yeah, man. We've been told these things. We've been lied to. We've been confused. We've been confused. It ain't nothing worse than a confused con. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of you. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will render them all as sheep in the fold, as a flock in the midst of their pasture. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. The breaker is gone up before them. They have broken forth and passed on by the gate and are gone out thereat, and their king is passed on before them, and Hawa at the head of them. This is Micah chapter 2, Open it up. Dig on it. We vibing up. See, it's time for the remnant to rejoice about being the remnant, not worried about who's not considered the remnant. We told you the formula, Hijack City. Keep the code. Save yourselves. Save your family. That's it. You get acceptance into the kingdom that is, the present, the future of the house of Israel. That's between you and Hawa, not us. You worried about your judgment? That's between you and the Creator, not us. We popping off. We are rejoicing. This is not to separate, yada yada. But this is to redeem the seed of Israel, the seed of the house. You think that's you? Keep the code. You don't think that's you? Keep the code. But the inheritance is forever. The inheritance is your heritage. It's a promise. You want to get into a doctrine that don't matter? That got nothing to do with us. But you know Hawa exists, right? You know the Creator exists. So I know why you're a little antsy, because you know the Creator exists, but you also don't want to accept that the Creator has a way, has a code, has an inheritance, has children. You want to bypass the seed at the most important time, when you need the seed. Because if it wasn't for the seed, you would have never even had a chance. You would have even never had a chance if the remnant didn't still exist right here. If the seed still didn't exist right here on earth, my nigga, there would be no earth. You are preserved because of the children. So your AI for the children needs to be at a maximum. Because this remnant chose up. Like there was always a remnant to choose up. Not everyone got destroyed. Not everyone got wiped out. And not everybody got washed out. I will surely assemble, O Jacob. That's all 12 tribes, my nigga. All of you. I will assemble. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. What does that sound like to you? Oh, that's the code keepers? Or is that the remnant? Is that the Gentile? Or are we talking about all of Jacob? Like Ezekiel, the valley of the dry bones coming together. Is that the Gentile with the house of Israel? With the house of Judah? Or is that Judah? But nah, let it be told by the hijack, Judah's no more. There ain't no more Judah. And you're a code keeper, and you're the new Judah. Is that what you want? Covetous heart, covetous hijack, this ain't for you. The remnant is the remnant, the seed that still exists and will always exist, or there is no earth. You think Hawa would pop off the earth with no seed, with no remnant? Is that the type of earth you want? An earth full of mixed up, washed out people. But at least they're keeping the code, right? And now you're one with the inheritance of the remnant. Is that what you want, Hijack? Because you chose to do the right thing, but you're still not doing it because you got a covetous heart. You better get to the bottom of your heart bone before it's too late, Hijack City. You better figure some things out, man. Because I'm sick of it. We are sick to our stomachs of the hijack trying to wash us out metaphysically, mentally, and spiritually. You are not us. We ain't got to flex on you. We've been getting flexed on the whole time. So when we get our wings flowing again, we can't talk about being us no more without offending you. And what my bro Nine say? Facts over feelings, my nine. This land ain't yours. This land belongs to a tribe. And ain't no paperwork gonna get you validation before Hawa. Hawa has sworn land, specific promised land, to his children. You calling the Most High a liar? The Most High? Or you must be thoughtless. You think the remnant ain't here? You must have one thoughtless mind. You must not have one thought in your mind bone. This don't read, I will surely gather all the people that decide to finally listen to me. It says, I will surely gather the remnant of Israel, and I will render them all as sheep in the fold, as a flock in the midst of the pasture. Let's go. Isaiah chapter 1. Verse 8, and the daughter of Zion is left, as a booth in a vineyard, as a lodge in the garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city, except Hawa of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom. We should have been like unto Gomorrah. Didn't we just say that there would be no more existence, man, if it wasn't for this remnant? If Hawa didn't leave the seed, not a remnant of people that may or may not keep the code one day, not a remnant of Gentile people that want to be Nagas and want to be Khans, want to be Negroes. If Hawa didn't make you a Negro, your goal is not to become a Negro. Your goal is not to become a Negro or a nigga or a Naga. Your goal is to keep the code. That's the only thing that can please the Creator. Hawa can be happy with you when your people are still Gentile. And you know who your people are. You know who your people are. And you know who we, the people, are. Except Hawa left us a very small remnant. Because compared to what it will be, remnant of code-keeping Nagas, code-keeping Hebrews, code-keeping Yaqub, Jacob. Think about the house of Jacob and think about how many of the house of Jacob is keeping the code today. It is a very small remnant, but it's enough. Because without this remnant, we should have been as Sodom and Gomorrah, completely destroyed. Allow Hawa for leaving us a remnant of code-keeping Nagas. And these code-keeping Nagas have taught Gentiles to keep the code. Now we got code-keeping Gentiles. Now they might still call themselves Nagas. They might even call themselves Khan. But that's only because they want to be us. What they should focus on is keeping the code. And not have no spite towards the remnant, but a heart full of gratitude and appreciation that a very small remnant decided to keep the code, to give them an opportunity to keep the code. That shouldn't breed more envy, and it shouldn't breed more covetous hearts. But somehow a hijack is going to be a hijack. You can teach them everything, and they're still jealous of you, and they're still covetous because they still want to be you. They still want to be us. They want to be the remnant. Instead of uplifting the remnant, they want to become the remnant. They tell us we washed up, we washed out. And now all that matters is that they are finally listening. They're finally keeping the code. But they're not, because they're covetous. It's a frequency. And we're waking up out of it. I'm doing this for my tribe, my remnant. Isaiah chapter 10. And it shall come to pass, verse 20, in that day, that the remnant of Israel, and they that are escaped of the house of Jacob, the Gentile, no, the Gentiles in Israel, no, the remnant of Israel, Manah. This tribe is not washed up, it's not washed out. There is a remnant to this day. You believe in Hawa or not? You believe in the grace Hawa has for his children, for his seed? You believe in the grace Amma has? The love she got for David, the love she got for the remnant, the seed? Or are you jealous because you want more mama for yourselves? You want us to be some melting pot, right? The hijack always wants us to be a melting pot. Israel is now a melting pot. The seed don't matter. They're all washed up. They're all just wiped out. They're all mixed up. They're all mixed anyway. Everybody's mixed. If you believe that, then you need to stay your butt in hijack seed. You can plant an apple seed in any soil from here to Timbuktu. And that seed that sprouts out of that soil is still an apple, not an orange. Is it the apple it's meant to be? Hey, perhaps not. But is it an apple? Is it the remnant? Is it the seed? The seed of that apple, did it come from Timbuktu? No, it came from Hawaii. It is the remnant. And oh boy, when that seed is planted, right in the most fertile soil of the Amaru Khan, you already know we popping off. I believe in that seed. I don't have to be it. You don't have to be it. But I believe it exists because I believe Hawa's word. I believe in the remnant of Israel. They that are escaped from what? From death, my naga. Those that are saved out of the house. Yes, Jacob has a house. Is his house no more? If Jacob's house is no more, my naga, then you are no more. And the root of your tree, from the mighty tree stump. And the tree might be cut down, but the roots are still firm, fixed, and immovable. and the house of Jacob exists. It shall come to pass in that day. What day, Manaka? Let's back it up to verse 19. And the remnant of the trees of his forest shall be few, that a child may write them down. Few does not mean wiped off the face of the earth. I'm speaking to the few. We doing it for the few. We doing it for the trees that still remain, the remnant of Israel that are escaped of the worst of the hijacked city, the house of Yaakov, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. Yeah, we got smited. Yeah, they smote us. Yet there's still a few in the forest. The remnant exists. But shall stay upon Hawa, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. So this house of Jacob will be keeping the code in truth. They will be with Hawa. A remnant shall return, Manaki. This don't sound like you got wiped out to me. Where does this doctrine come from? Why are they saying this? Who has this in their heart bone, in the innermost parts? That's the only way it can come out of your mouth. So you can't hide in this frequency no more. You can't hide behind our slango. You can't call yourself Drop Nation and not get revealed. Mama ain't letting that happen. You're going to have multiple slips out of your tongue about how we don't exist no more, about how you're replacing us. But the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, the Gentile. No, Jacob, unto Hawa, the mighty. For though your people, O Israel, be as the sand of the sea, what do we say? Jacob is deep. But only a remnant shall return. Only a few remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, man. This don't sound like you got washed out by the white man when they came to the shores of America. This don't sound like you got wiped out by slavery. It don't sound like you got mixed out by all these interracial marriages. Two black people can get together and you don't know if one is an Ammonite and one's a Moabite. One is a Jebusite, one is an Edomite. They're all quote-unquote black people. If you're outside of that, I don't know what you are. We don't know what you are. We still don't know what the so-called white man really is. He's not in the Bible. You're talking about something else outside of these original tribes. And that's okay. Just keep the code. Don't let it mess you up too much. Don't let it confuse you at all. Just keep the code. Damn sure don't think you're replacing us. You're not even in the script. Your people are not in the script. But that's why they steal our history so they can invent history. And then that's why they want to wash us out and mix us out in their innermost parts of their heart. So that Israel's no longer remembered, so that the seed of Israel is no longer remembered. Psalms 83, man. confederacy. But the remnant shall return. The Gentiles shall return. People should start keeping the code of all nationalities and races and tribes. I hope so. But that's only because you ain't got no doggone choice. You don't need no brownie points. You don't need no reward for what your people have done. You need no reward. Your reward is your salvation, and that's up to Hawaii. We've been judged. Your judgment is here. But the remnant, my house, Jacob, shall return unto Hawaii the mighty. Everybody's not Hawaii's people. You should know that by now. The seed exists, so you can't circumvent the seed to get close to Hawaii. It's order over chaos, mana. For though your people, who? Hawaii's people, Israel, be as the sand of the sea. Only a remnant of them shall return. But they want to take our opportunity to return away by saying we're washed out, washed up, wiped out, mixed out. How could we ever return if we're all mixed out, man? Our way. My Nagas, my remnant, I'm doing this for you. This frequency is for you. This transmission is for you. And extermination is determined, overflowing with righteousness. For an extermination wholly determined, shall Hawa, the power of hosts, make in the midst of all the earth. They're all going to witness not just the extermination, but the return. Therefore, thus says Hawa, the power of hosts. O my people, Hawa has a people, not a hypothetical people, an actual tribe, an actual seed, with actual phenotypes, with actual inheritance and heritage. My people that dwell in Zion, be not afraid of Ashur, though he smite you with a rod, and lift up his staff against you, hijack city, after the manner of Egypt. For yet a very little while, and the indignation shall be accomplished, and my anger shall be to their destruction. You only got that rod because of the indignation of being out of cold, because of your idols, your false gods. But this is accomplished. This is finished. Hawa's anger shall be to their destruction. Now, you've been judged. We've been judged. And in that, it shall come to pass in that day that his burden shall depart from off your shoulder, my Nagas, my remnant, and his yoke from off your neck, my remnant, my people, and the yoke shall be destroyed by reason of fatness. Isaiah 11, verse 11. Let's pick it up right here in verse 10. It shall come to pass in that day that the root, the what? Talking the tree, now we're talking the root, right? The root of Jesse. Jesse is David's father, his Abba. Jesse is a sinless man. Yeah, one of four sinless men. Jesse. You got Amram, Moses' pops. You got Benjamin. I mean, we're talking about the root of Jesse. That stands for an ensign of the people. Unto him shall the nations seek. So I just said the root of Jesse is Dawid. Unto him shall the nations seek. Seek Hawa and Khan David, Hosea 3. And his resting place shall be glorious. Shout out to our brother Daniel, David's bond, Killian, also a sinless man. They had no transgression. And it shall come to pass in that day that Hawa will set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. The Gentile, those that decide to keep the code in the last days. Nah, you don't get recovered before the remnant. Even in the hijack books, in Revelations, in the New Testament, each one of those gates in Revelations has a tribal name on them. That 144,000 is coming out the remnant. Ain't no Gentile come before that. But that's why they want to be the remnant. That's why they're covetous towards the remnant. And that's why it will lead to their own destruction. But why will again, for the second time, recover the remnant of his people? It don't sound like you got washed out, my noggin. It don't sound like you got so mixed out that Hawaii don't know what to do with it. Verse 12, he will set up an ensign, a sign for the nations, and will assemble the dispersed of Israel. If Hawaii will assemble the dispersed of Israel, that means that Israel still exists in the last days. The seed, not spiritual Israel, that decides to finally listen. Because you had a chance to been listening. You still ain't listening. You still covetous. Yeah, we stiff-necked, but you just a hijack. Because when we get it, when a few, the remnant get it, we are being assembled. We are rejoicing. You are being destroyed. Remember, without you, we exist. We rejoice. We have a kingdom without you. Without us, you have nothing. Without the remnant of Judah, without the dispersed of Israel, you have no hope. You have no future. You have no inheritance. You have nothing. So you cannot replace us. It don't work like that. It's called order. It's called Ahab. It's called love. But what has for a seed, the seed can never be destroyed. There will always be a remnant. There will always be a few that listen. There will always be a few of us that keep the code. So there ain't no replacing us. Because in code, there ain't nothing more powerful than us. We are the head and not the tail. Let it be known and let it be heard. But why will assemble the dispersed of who? Israel. And gather together the scattered of who? Judah. From the four corners of the earth. Everything you're reading in the script is about a family. You don't have to believe in it, because we do. We believe in our salvation. We believe in our Creator. Because if it wasn't true, the hijack would have been teaching us who we are a long time ago. But what are they so afraid of? It's been right here the whole time, but what are they so afraid of? Us knowing who we are as Judah, as Israel. Instead of trying to be us, instead of trying to act like they're the Jew, they should have just said, hey, you guys are the Jew, you're Judah. You're Judah. They should have just said that if they weren't so afraid of us being aware of who we are. That we will be gathered together from the four corners of the earth, Managa. This is a family story. It's a family love song. And we home. We are assembled because we exist. We are assembled and we are being gathered. What do you think all this is about? We're being gathered simply by listening to our Father, to Amma, who says in Proverbs, these are my ways, these are my laws. Whoever finds me finds life. We are getting life. They all see it. Our vibe is way up. No matter what, they cling to our vibe. They get life from us. We're not learning from them. And with them, we have to get the babies out the bathwater. They're learning from us. The way we talk, the way we walk, the way we dress, they learn from us. You've always been the head and not the tail. They've always been jealous. They've always been covetous. This ain't no new news, man. It's very obvious. It's very obvious. Like I said, that spirit of covetousness truly does stink, man. It truly does smell, man. It truly has a stench to it, you know? It really has a stench to it. It has an odor. That vibration is disgusting, man. You can always tell when somebody's covetous of you, covetous of your house. They can't hide it. They smile. They do all this, you know. They talk all these things. They sound real nice. But you can tell they are vexed. But why wouldn't a hijack be vexed? Even our own family was vexed. When it comes to Judah and Ephraim, when it comes to the northern and southern tribes, the jealousy and envy has been taking place in our own house. Of course, outside of our house, they're vexed and envious and covetous. This ain't no new news. Verse 12, we're in Isaiah 11, and he will set up a sign for the nations, and he will assemble the dispersed of Israel, and gather together the scattered of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Ain't no ball have corners, so, you know, just so you know. And they that harass Judah shall be cut off. Back it up. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, which lets you know that the envy, the covetous, is already in our house. If Ephraim is jealous of Judah, how much more is Edom jealous of Judah? How much more is Moab jealous of Judah? How much more is them hijacks that's not even in the script, outside of all original tribes? How much more are they jealous of you, Judah? They better cut it out. They better grow up. They better find strength to Ahab, Judah. Because they that harass Judah shall be cut off. That's just a father looking out for his sons and daughters, because you don't want no jealous people around your children. They likely to set them up, right? They likely to cause some type of discomfort to your children. You got to get them out the way. Hawaii has been protecting us the whole time, saying, hey, get these people away from you. Don't mix with them. They're too jealous. They're going to bring you false gods just to bring you down. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Yeah, man. Why was Judah vexed? Why was Judah vexing Ephraim? Because along with all this energy, with all this power, with all this frequency, it's easy to go on power trips, right? It's easy to say, hey, I'm so strong, I'm so powerful. That you become arrogant. You know, that you purposely throw it in others' faces, right? So we know what our faults were. You got Hebrew groups right now in the corner yelling at everybody, putting down everybody, because they think they're Judah, right? So they're putting everybody down, they're flexing on everybody. That's the spirit Hawaii did not want us to have. But us claiming the Ahab of the inheritance, us rejoicing in being, judged and yet saved from the judgment. That's what Hawaii do. Us being confident cons and letting these hijacks know that we exist. That's what Hawaii do. It's not about us vexing the nations by claiming we are who we are. If you vexed, then you need to get out your feelings. We didn't get put into captivity because we were so confident of who we are. That wasn't the main issue. It was the idolatry. That we believed in our connection with Hawaii so much that we thought Hawaii would never annihilate us. We thought we would be the head regardless. We thought we would have land regardless. Even when we forgot about Hawaii, we never thought Hawaii would forget about us. You know what? Hawaii never did forget about us. Never forgot about the children of Israel. And they shall fly down upon the shoulders of the Philistines on the west. Together they shall spoil the children of the east. They shall put forth their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. This is why they mad, son. This is why they jealous, Edom. This is why they jealous, Moab. This is why they jealous, Ammon. Because they will obey Judah. They will obey the children of Israel, the children of Hawa. No, they don't want to. It's a more and more war. They believe in their own credo more than the code of Hawa. Their own vain customs will be their own destruction. Is the Moabite seed all washed out and washed up? Does Edom still exist? Does Ammon still exist? And why not Ephraim? Why not Judah? As we are being assembled and gathered together, those who were scattered of Judah, dispersed of Israel. Verse 16, and there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people. This don't sound like you got washed up, washed out, and mixed out. Why does the hijack think this? Where does this doctrine come from? The innermost bowels of the hijack? You thought we were gone? Nah. There's an entire highway set up for us, for the remnant of his people. This highway is not for the Gentile. This highway is not for hijack city that wish we were no more. This highway is not for anyone that's deciding to keep the code in the last day. That salvation is between you and Hawaii. This highway is for the remnant of his people. What people? Judah, Ephraim, and all the tribes of Hawakwa. That's who the remnant is. The descendants of Jacob that are in code, that are in the commandment, in the covenant of Hawaii. This remnant that shall remain from Assyria, like as there was for Israel in the day that he came up out the land of Egypt. The remnant, as it was for Israel, shall remain, just like it did before. I wonder if they tried to make them feel the same way they make us feel today, that we are no more, that we're just mixed with the Egyptians. That's right. All these other places, we're just a part of them now. We're just amalgamated. We're just mixed out. You see, Moses had a mixed multitude, right? But he wasn't giving them a doctrine that Israel was no longer remembered and that the seed was washed out and mixed out. That 13th tribe of the Preston were in code. They were the best of the code keepers, no matter where they were. The tribe of Midianites, of Kenites, Jethro and them, all rocking with the Preston. Not because they wanted to be Judah, not because they wanted to be Jacob, but because they were lifting up the root. They weren't jealous, they weren't covetous, they were code keepers, for real, not fake code keepers that say they keep the code, but don't rest on Shabbat. Got idols all in their face, vanity with their breath and security, covetous in their heart, false witnessing on their tongue. Not them.